give us a 3-minute elevator pitch on Women Unlimited as it stands today. Like for the listeners that have no idea what we're talking about, boom, give it to us.
So we partner with Fortune 500, Fortune 1000 companies who have a desire to have women advance in their organization. Our experiential development programs are focused on 3 key career inflection points where women tend to get stuck in the pipeline. And the women attend external programs, so they're part of a cohort group of women from other companies where we help them identify their strengths, but most importantly, create a career strategy to help them achieve their goals.
And how does the business model work? Walk us through the business side of it. Do you sign up, the company pays for the programs, or what? Do they pay by person, by month? Can you walk us through the model, if you don't mind?
Sure. So the company is our client, not the women. The women are the beneficiaries, and so is the company, right? So we have programs that are, the cadence is spring and fall. So we have programs that go throughout the year. The programs are either 6 months or a year long, and they pay by participant. So we've been doing this for 26 years. We have some companies who have been working with us for 26 years.
Wow. How about that?
So we work not only with the women, but also their managers and senior leaders. So the result is that the women certainly gain the insight of how they can navigate their career to achieve their goals. But what I think is even more powerful is we work with the women's managers and senior leaders so that the culture of the organization starts evolving to create a landscape that is more conducive for women to advance and grow their careers.
Pitch me, if you don't mind. Pretend like I'm a CEO and you're pitching me the program. I have no idea who you are. You're like, hey, you guys need my program. How would you pitch it to me if I didn't know anything and you were talking to me as a CEO? And but by the way, what's your target? Is it Fortune 500, Fortune 1000?
Fortune 1000, and it's really about companies who see as a business imperative having more women advance through the organization, right? Okay. So the business case, which has been proven for at least the last 10, 15 years, the more women that are in senior leadership roles, the companies that have that representation are more profitable and more successful.
Are you sure? Are you showing me those stats when you're pitching me? Okay.
Yeah. So, and we have the stats, and many, it's all. The problem is this is really hard work, right? So in general, organizations, its cultures, think about the way that you work together, the way that we cooperate to get work done. Those rules and the way that we behave are very male-centric, right? And very white male-centric, to be clear. So anybody who's different, anybody who has a different way of thinking, it's hard for them to understand, how do I behave with this group of people in a way that allows me to rise in the same way, right?
I see.
Couple that with the fact that women have a different expectation of organizations than men do. And this is a generalization. Okay. Most women come out of school outperforming their male classmates. They do better in school. They go for that A and they get the A every time. Women then start working and they expect to be successful in business the same way they were successful in school, not recognizing it takes more than just being the smartest kid in the classroom, right? We need to build relationships. We need to understand, what exactly are the important things that I need to be focused on rather than trying to do everything. And because women tend to not get the guidance, career guidance and feedback that they need, they end up believing my work should just speak for itself. And they're given a false sense of comfort because in your early career, doing good work is what allowed you to rise through the organization. I'm an accountant, I do really good work. I then become a senior accountant, an accounting manager. And then there's this stall that happens when I'm at a role where I need to work more broadly with people, maybe with people that are different than me, and I need to be effective with them. And no one's telling me, gee, maybe you need to do a little bit less of this or a little bit more of that, or think about, this other aspect of your development. So without getting that guidance, women are just bumping around and hoping to advance, but they're not being successful. So you see women get to that middle of the organization where there's a lot of women, and you see them then just start leaving. They get frustrated. When I did my research, what women would say to me is, I'm working really hard. And I feel that I'm more effective than the guy who gets promoted. So they get very discouraged. So they just leave their company, going to another company only to experience the same thing over and over again.
That
So
same thing, that same thing doesn't happen to guys though.
I think it tends to happen more to women than it does to men.
Why is that?
Because I think men, again, this is a generalization. Men are more open to hearing and getting feedback from others. They'll help each other out. I remember reading this article, and this is about 10 years ago. There was an article in the Wall Street Journal about how younger people were dressing when they were going to work. They were a little more casual, too casual for what a business environment should be. But what bothered me, what I thought was interesting about this article, is that the older men in the firm were going to the younger men saying, if you want to be successful, young man, you need to, wear a suit, wear a tie, dress more appropriately to be taken seriously. And the young men said, thank you very much. Took the guidance. The more senior women reached out to the younger women and said, if you want to be taken more seriously, and instead of being open to it, the young women were like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting.
So, which is bothersome to me, right? So we need to understand, as we're growing our career, the importance of getting guidance and feedback and fostering those relationships that keep us informed about ourselves and our business. It's one of the tenets of the learning design that we have in our programs, is helping women understand, how do I build and foster relationships that keep me informed as a businesswoman?
Talk to me. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you right there.
Well, because no matter how smart I am, the only thing I know is what I know, right? So
talk to me about the programs and the length of time. I don't even know, maybe you want to talk about the pricing. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But I mean, I guess as a CEO, I'm just wondering, so I ran a couple of $40 million companies as a CEO before Riderflex. So my CEO brain is going, how long does this take? How many minutes are you going to take from my employee that needs to do work? And how much does this cost me?
Right. Well, it's interesting. The programs run either 6 months or a year.
Wow.
The women attend the program for a full day a month for that. So it's 1 day a month for 6 months, or 1 day a month for a year.
Okay.
Most of the companies have other internal development programs that I would say that teach individuals how to be a manager or a leader. Our programs are much more increase their self-awareness, so they understand, what is it that I need to do when I'm going back to my organization to be more effective. So
I like that model. I like that 1 day a month, 6 months. Great model. I mean, I'm just thinking about it from your side. First of all, you're only pulling the employee away 1 day a month. That's not a big deal. But secondly, you're tying them into a 6-month commitment of recurring cash for 6 months on the program, which is a good model. I like it. Did you put that in place?
It's always been that way. And the companies pay before the women start.
They paid the whole 6 months up front.
Correct.
Oh, I like the model even better.
Of course.
I like it. And I'm guessing at this stage, you guys have been in business for so many years. You probably have all kinds of stats and reports where you're showing, look, here's all the companies we've serviced. Here's all the results. Here's the they've retained people longer, they've moved up, they've advanced faster. I'm sure you have all of that.
We do. I mean, we certainly, the companies that we partner with boast a higher retention of their high potential talent, not only the women, but also the men. So, we partner with with good companies that get it. This is hard work. It's not easy to create a landscape where diverse talent can grow and navigate, grow their careers. So it takes a lot of intention. Now, I always say this isn't a sprint, it's a marathon.
I like
So
it.
you need to be prepared for that.
If you think today's tip or guest interview can help someone you know, please share this with them. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. If you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to hit that little bell next to the subscribe button so you can be notified when we release a new episode. Our show features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. You can visit Riderflex.com to learn more about us and get information on the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.